my stream even live? Okay, it was working. I think it just takes time. Okay, now it's all working. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, chat. Just had some technical issues. Okay, yeah, we're live. We're live. Yeah, we got vertical. We got everything. Okay, everything's fine. Hey, sorry about that. Yeah, it's just it's sometimes frustrating, you know, technical issues on top of everything else, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about the issue I was telling you about, but basically just moving on, trying to get through the day. Just a nice, super relaxed, chill stream. Nothing too serious. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything to talk about. So, we're just gonna chill. Might be boring, but, you know, we gotta farm a lot of gold, so... Blood is 20 silver each, so that's always good. Blood. Just from vendoring alone, 20 silver. And Scorpid scales. That's 5 silver straight up. Rugged leather. You know, obviously he can take care of himself too. You know, he's a shaman. So, I could just like, you know, we're kind of just, So yeah, just straight up the blood drops from the scorpions, the skins. Hey, what's up, Rar? What's your favorite anime? Urusei Yatsura was very formative for me. It was the first anime that I actually truly watched in Japanese. We had the DVDs of those. Well, it was on actually like a more local TV station at first. We had a local TV station that played like Doctor Who and like I didn't really watch Doctor Who, but they did play old Doctor Who's. It was like in the late 90s. I was like 10 years old. There's an anime by Rumiko Takahashi. And Urusei Yatsura played late at night, like on Saturdays. They would play anime on Saturdays. They would play Please Save My Earth. That was one. That was, you know, they played English dub everything. They played Please Save My Earth was like a big one. I really liked that one. It's a really good anime. It involves like people with like multiple like past lives and stuff like that. It's really interesting. But as a kid, it was like insane. It was like groundbreaking. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. Anime is insane. Like, I'm like, how can anybody possibly tell stories this well? I'm like, I have never heard of anything like it. Urusei Yatsura was just amazing because it was in Japanese, had subtitles, could barely read it because it was like we had an antenna. And like there's a lot of snow and stuff like that. But later on, I was like a teenager. We got like the DVDs, and what was awesome is that was like actually my window into learning Japanese. Hey, Anonymous Code, how you doing? It was like kind of my window into starting to learn Japanese as a kid, because it would talk about like cultural references. They had these little cards that would come with the DVDs, and it would explain like some things. Like that was really like a huge part of like my childhood.
Hello. Keep your feet on the ground.
Manga called Spirit Circle, Past Life. Yeah, I mean, it's just like anime. Like when I was a kid, anime really opened up my mind to the complexity of narration. Like most things in Western culture, when I was growing up, were very like simple, straightforward. You know, not always bad. Like obviously, like Lord of the Rings is like a huge, like I would say anime level narrative, but it's just like most things. Like Redwall was like a big one that I read as a kid. That one was really good. The one with the mice and the badgers and all that, and the rats or whatever. Oh shit. I gotta fight this bullshit. Oh, oops, I accidentally switched over to Sword and Shield. Whoops. Girly orb, calm down. And yes.
What can I do for you?
What's
See you
on your
soon.
mind? Be good. Great to meet you. What can I do for you? What's on your mind? No.
Welcome. Safe
Interest
travels.
Dynamite? Well met. Off with you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the point of that was. We just killed something. There was apparently a quest.
Here there. Watch your back.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened here. Yeah, no, manga, well, anime, like when I was a kid, like Urusei Yatsuro, like opened up my mind to just like silly anime Japanese humor. Letters from the Earth? Like, no, don't get me wrong, there's good Western literature. What I'm just saying is it opened up a door that I couldn't close. Let me talk to you. Today, I will talk to you about my deep, dark descent into the world of anime. No, I'm not talking like shit about anything, but you know, I do need to read more. I do have a lot of stuff to read on my Kindle and stuff like that. Or actually, I prefer real books, to be honest. I know that Kindle is convenient, and it's nice when you want to read stuff without, like, you know, hey, it's harder. You know, I can read the book right away. I don't have to go to the library. Like, what if it's like, you know, today's Sunday? I can't just go to the library and pick up a book, you know? But it's nice when you can just, you know, pick up something and read. It's convenient, especially when you get like free book offers, or, you know, like Kindle Unlimited has some good option. You want to read stuff that's like not like something you want to buy, but it's like something that you can get free access to. And like, or if it is something you want to buy, I would still, if I'm gonna buy a book, I would much prefer actually buying at least a paperback. Cause like, it's just better. The formatting is standardized. Like, with the problem with Kindle, even though it's convenient, like that's the plus of it. The problem with Kindle is that the formatting is not like unified. So it's like the text is arranged in a way, and text arrangement absolutely matters. People have their entire job description, you know, their entire job is literally typesetting. It is a full-time real thing. And it should not be ignored. But yeah, it definitely changed things inside of me. Like when I started watching anime, yeah, we're talking books, we're generally talking about, I'm a writer. So this is actually kind of part of what sparked it inside of me to want to be a writer, to create worlds, to create narratives, to create characters. Anime was a huge part of that. And then later manga. Because it's like the narration is really what matters. Books are different in specific like format, but the general idea of storytelling, the medium changes, but the central concepts don't. And that's like really important to understand. I'm not like an elitist. I don't think, oh, if you do anything but read books, you are not a real you're not a real like appreciator of the fine arts. Like, no, fuck that. By limiting yourself to only books, like novels and short stories. First of all, by not reading short stories, which is, I have a ton of short stories queued up from years ago that I have not been reading. Short stories are sometimes hard to read. It is important for me to read. They're usually how a lot of writers get started. And so you see some more, like it's a different format than novels. So it's faster. So it's generally a little bit sharper and kind of harder to latch onto. But I need to just read more and I'll get used to it. Very different storytelling method than novels. But I've read a good chunk of novels for sure. Obviously, I could read more. But if you cut yourself off from other forms of storytelling, like anime, manga, TV shows, movies, I'm an absorber of all types of content. I do not have any kind of like ego attached to it. It's like, hey, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, sub versus dub, for example. I used to when I was a kid, but I actually learned that some dubs are really good, first of all. Some are really bad. So obviously, I prefer watching in Japanese without subtitles most of the time because, well, maybe not lately because I'm out of practice, but I do understand Japanese. I can even read Japanese to an extent. But sometimes it's like just easier, like using subtitles. Even though, yeah, you are getting influenced because that's not, I mean, it is, if they're good subtitles, like, which are, if you're watching something on Netflix or something, it's like professionally done. Obviously, if you're watching fan-made subtitles, sometimes it's, sometimes they're better than like the commercial subtitles, but sometimes they're just really bad. Like they're auto-translated by AI from Chinese or Korean or something. You look like your PE teacher? What the hell? I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know what that means. Good morning, sir. I'm not a sir, I'm a miss. But hello, good morning, Vamps. My name is Rebecca, and I am female. Like, I look female. I don't know why you would think that I'm not. I'd like to be a writer. Well, inspiration, a lot of people misunderstand. If you want to be a writer, read more books. You get to see what you like, which is actually the real important reason to read books. Once you know what you like, it's not even about, like, obviously technique, you only really learn by doing, but you're not going to know how, like, what you like unless you start reading books and find out, okay, I don't like this genre, I don't like this. Maybe, like, I might try out different genres, but it depends on the author. And like the author's style, their cadence, what they notice, like what they focus on in the storytelling. Like there's all sorts of things going on. And obviously, if you read more books, you're gonna know how to write better. But if you this is the trap I think people fall into. If all you do is read books and you don't practice writing, you're just a reader. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love reading books, but I love writing more. So I spend much more time writing and world building than I do reading, because I've already read a significant amount of literature in my time. And the most recent like dedicated series I read was The Wheel of Time. You don't like that big forehead? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna show it more now. Yeah, I needed to heal, but also I need to just go vendor and turn in a quest. What this game? This is World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. Yeah, inspiration. The thing is like, if you want to be a writer, just do it. Just start writing. Even if it's just journaling, like, oh, I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, that's a start. Like, that's already something to focus on. Tell your story. That is your story. Like, you talk to yourself every day. You're already a writer. You're typing in my chat. You literally wrote something. It's not really... What I like to think about writing and what I'm learning as I evolve as a writer, it's more so about understanding. It's not like about like trying to like be clever or like whatever. It's literally just trying to capture what you already have and like kind of nurturing it.
Go in peace. Goodbye.
So like everybody has an internal narrative and how they see the world. I think it's the angle. Like how you see the world. That's the really big important part. How do you see the world? What sort of things do you focus on? What sort of things bother you? What sort of things interest you? And you can't do that if you don't sit down and write. And I recommend handwriting, but if you need to, use your laptop or whatever, don't like feel discouraged just because, oh, well, real writers, use fountain pens and, moleskin notebooks and, all this kind of stuff. Like, don't worry about that shit. Just write. Like however you need to. But I do recommend learning cursive handwriting. It is really more, you're able to like focus a lot more. Oh, we even have some, I think this is World of Warcraft music. Might be Baldur's Gate. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna need that to wear that for a quest. Save all the rugged leather. Pencil to paper. Yeah, pencil's good too. Like I went through a whole
Ancestors watch
pencil
peace
period where I was just only writing with pencils, and I did like what a John Steinbeck method where you sharpen like 30 pencils and you just write with each of them until like they kind of go dull, and then you switch to the next pencil. I prefer fountain pens. They're the most ergonomical handwriting utensil. Like, I just prefer it. Although rollerball is good. And gel ink. Honestly, I just like writing utensils, 10 people report your WoW count, they just bound it. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think a lot of people who get banned, they probably did at least one thing that the GMs kind of noticed. Like, oh, this person is like, they bought gold. Like, I mean, a lot of people might not be telling you the full truth. I've had people in game, they said, oh, I got banned, I don't know why. Like, yeah, you do. you were probably shit talking someone. Maybe you harassed somebody, and you know, like you cursed somebody out in battlegrounds or something. Like that actually is bannable, but you know, it only happens if people like report you though. Most people aren't little, you know, bitches. So they don't they don't get all their friends to mass report. That's just really slimy behavior, to be honest. You know, I don't care if somebody's harassing me. If it gets bad enough, like if it's just constant and they're just real, then I'll report a player if they're toxic enough. But generally, I don't do the whole thing of like, oh, I'm mass reporting this because this guy annoyed me or whatever. Like, fuck, I'm just gonna get over it. Like, I mean, I don't know. That's probably the most common reason why when somebody in your guild or somebody in your friend list, I know we don't like to think about people that way, but people, you know, sometimes make mistakes and like they'll tell you a story. They'll be like, oh, I got banned for no reason. It's like, yeah, you probably got banned for a reason. Like, they just don't want to tell you. Very Biden era. Joe Biden. Obama. Okay, so basically, I don't know what that means, but we're gonna just gonna ignore it. I don't know what you're on about, but you know, calm down. Like, it's kind of weird. We're not like a political stream. I'm not like a political commentator, really. We sometimes like have like armchair level discussions, but I mean, most of the time, like, we're kind of just playing WoW and having like talking life, and like we're kind of not really about that. Okay, so pencil to paper, doing illustrations. Yeah, I mean, obviously, whatever helps you write your story. You know, some people like drawing. It doesn't mean you have to. I think like one of the things I fall victim to is like, I'll start doing something. Like, it's one thing to try something. At least I'm willing to try things, like try new things. Even if it's like, hey, I don't normally do stuff like that, but I don't normally like draw and doodle and stuff, but I'll try, you know, just to like kind of, you know, get things, you know, flowing. This is World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. It's an MMORPG. We're currently in the pre-patch, waiting for the next expansion content called the Burning Crusade, where they unleash a new continent area, just like a whole new set of areas behind a dark portal into another dimension, basically, or not basically, like literally, and the level cap will raise to 70. It's not new. It's a 20-year-old game, but this is the anniversary. Blizzard started a new progression realm, progression from the beginning, and now it's progressed into the first expansion. Came out about 20 years ago, more or less. This is the first time I've ever played the game, so it's new to me, which is what matters. Yeah, by the way, if you're just annoying me in chat, I'm gonna mute you and I'm never gonna see your message ever again. So, you know, be careful. WoW isn't what it used to be. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. Because I'm enjoying the game. I'm having a great time. And I'm sharing my journey with my live stream. So, Arc Raiders? It's nothing like Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is like a third-person shooter with PvE objectives. This is an MMO with like persistent world enemy PvE and PvP as well. This is a world PvP server, so there is world PvP, but I don't know, most of the time people are pretty like ethical. Like, most people are not going to just randomly gank you. Some people will, and you got to be on your toes. Yeah, so basically I will mute you if you start just asking questions. We're not that kind of channel. Get fucked. I am a trans woman. Get over it. I am female. I am clearly presenting as female. My name is Rebecca. That's a female name. I look female. I am female. I've had surgeries. Get fucked. When you ask, oh, are you a guy or a girl? Like, you're not confused. You know exactly why you're doing this. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna get muted. You're being ironic for no. You're being like, you're trying to be edgy. You're trying to be like, oh, are you a girl? No, shut up. I know exactly who you are. You're gonna get immediately muted, and I'm never gonna see your messages again. You're ruining the experience for me and for everyone else. So shut up. And I should probably not even like address it. I'm just gonna mute you. I'm done talking about it. Yeah, exactly. War. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I need to just mute them and ignore them. Yeah, it's World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. What did I do? I don't know. What did you do? I'm confused. Where are we? What year is it? What game are we playing? What's the point of the quest? Well, we're trying to make gold. I need to make like 600 gold. We only have 33, okay? So I need to make a shit ton of gold. I need to make like 500 gold. Yeah, I don't know about drama. I've just been around here for a while. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean it's easier just to mute them. I've been streaming for a while, buddy. So this isn't my first rodeo. To all the muted people out there, you reap what you sow. So. Oh, he forgot to, that you need to wear the gear, the Twilight Cultist stuff, in order to do that. High-level capes? Are you thinking of, like, old-school RuneScape? Like the fire cape? I don't know. This isn't old-school RuneScape. Angelina Jolie? What the fuck? That's not my name. I'm muting you. Oh, I need to actually stop calling it out. I'm just gonna mute indiscriminately. If I accidentally get you, I'm sorry. Maybe leave a few comments on my videos explaining, but I'm generally not gonna unmute people. I'm just gonna mute people who are annoying. It's annoying what you're doing, so. Like, I'm clearly female. My name is Rebecca. I'm clearly expressing myself as female. I haven't made it confusing at all. It is very obvious. You see somebody named Rebecca and you're gonna ask if they're a man or not. That tells me you know exactly what you're doing. You're being weird. I mean, I don't know what it is. I'm obviously, you know, just trying to do my thing, so. I'm not crashing out. You have no idea what me crashing out even looks like. You have no idea. Zaza? No, it's green tea. I got some green tea going. Shiver me timbers. Yeah, I mean, I used to be like them too. Now I have a vajayjay. I mean, it's like pretty normal. Like, I mean, it was difficult, but like, it's pretty normal. Like, things feel pretty normal now. Like, I'm dealing with like regular issues now. Not like super complicated things. Hey, Saul. Cold snap? From a mage? Yeah, it's been cold. Yeah, farming is life. We gotta make like 500 gold. We have a long day ahead of us. And a couple days, actually. Probably the whole week. Hopefully we get the mount before like before the actual Outlands launch, because I don't know. I just want to get it. Yeah, either way, I mean, we're gonna need to get that writing skill, so that's all that really matters. And also, I gotta do these quests, get that gold, you know, get the reputation. Yeah, we stole that Torrens quest. 2004 again, exactly. But with all the bullshit that's going on in 2026, it's like 2020, it's like 2004 plus. We got all the bullshit. And no more Nokia phones that can hammer a nail. So we lose that. But we gained all the rest of the bullshit. Yeah, Jesus and all that junk. Y'all need Jesus, is what you need. Jesus would not approve of disgusting behavior, like trolling people in chat, okay? Fuck. Oh, fuck. He's glitching out, too. Jesus. Much more to be done. This morning is a good start. Dope. We just got ganked. And yeah, Jesus said it literally. It's in like Galatians 72 or whatever. Jesus said, "Thou shalt not spammeth my chatteth." Exactly. Jesus would not approve your... Dude, Jesus is a fucking G, bro. Jesus is like, hell yeah. Use a feet guy. You know, he was a feet guy, okay? Loves everyone, so he's polyamorous, pansexual, asexual as well. Trans don't need Jesus, you need confidence. I do have confidence. What the fuck? I had surgery. That was confident as fuck. Jesus is a G with a capital J. Yeah, Jesus is from New Jersey, bro. He was really into washing people's feet. It's enough said, bro. Enough said. Y'all need Jesus. I got a vajayjay. I mean, here, okay, I'm okay. All this like religious back talk. Y'all need Jesus. Is all I'm gonna say. You guys don't understand. It's not about sexuality. Okay, it's about acceptance of people for who they are. Jesus accepts you. He loves you. That's what it's not about whether or not he's sexual. He was asexual. It's just that, you know, he hung out with sex workers. This is World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. Jesus would love people who played Burning Crusade. He doesn't think things are ungodly, except for hurting other people. He saved people. He would even save his enemies. Do you understand? That's what Jesus is. You guys, like, you're full of hate in your heart. Jesus would not approve. You hate LGBT, you hate, like, whatever. The fact that you have hate means you're already gone. You're already the complete opposite of everything that this man, JC, taught. So, like, if anything, I'm closer to Jesus, this so-called evil that you speak of, for being, you know, trans and gay and, like, sexual and, you know, polyamorous and all these things that people call unholy or whatever. Harassing me and thinking I'm somehow evil is darker thoughts that Jesus would not approve of. They don't truly understand. That's what they mean by speak the word. It's not about reading a book. You know, it's about actually, when they say speak the word, you know, you think that it's about, oh, I'm gonna like read the Bible and say everything that the Bible says. It's like, it doesn't matter what it says. You don't need the Bible. You need a heart. You need to love people. That's literally what the word was. The word is not a writing. It's like how you live. And it's like Jesus practiced what he preached. And all these people out there saying that they're true Christians because they hate gay people, because they hate trans people, you have hate in your hearts and Jesus would not approve. And if anything, trans people are affirmed by religious texts, especially in Hebrew texts, like especially in Kabbalistic texts, like not necessarily the literal existence of trans people, because back then things were a lot different. It was like 6,000 years ago, whatever. There were trans people, but not in the same way. And the whole thing is, it's the idea that of somebody who knows who they are and transforms through actions, rather than pointing blame at other people. So, you guys need to calm down. Y'all need Jesus. Okay? Oh. I don't post content on Twitter. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm streaming on Twitter, so I guess I am posting content. Just I'm not arguing with terminally online social media people. I just post and ghost. I think that's the only way to go. Honestly, you shouldn't be on social media the way people, the way most people are. You like live on social media. Like, what are you accomplishing? What are you doing? Just make your content, say what you have to say, engage with it, obviously, in whatever way is, like, meaningful to you. But honestly, my live stream, that seems like the place where I, you know, interact and comments on YouTube. Like, I don't need to be on Twitter. It's like mental illness. It fosters mental illness. I'm just gonna get the major healing potion. Because I'm actually going to use them.
Safe travel.
I've been told that I look like a female Cillian Murphy. Some people have said I look like Uma Thurman. I mean, I feel like, Bug, you're like this close from being muted. You're being really weird. Yeah, some people can't even wash themselves. So it's like Jesus like went around and washed people's feet and stuff. Pretty sure he had a feet thing. I mean, like if we're gonna even go beyond, obviously beyond, like if this was a real person, you go around washing feet all the time. You obviously have some kind of preoccupation with feet, like, but it was like, you know, metaphorical, you know, it's like symbolic. You wash people's feet because they're dirty and because they need to be washed, because they, you know, it helps you be healthy and it heals people. Anyway, I don't want to get too religious. It's just when people come in here saying that I'm going against Jesus just for being a human being who happens to be transgender, who went through the transgender surgeries. They think I'm an abomination. I'm like, dude, Jesus would more than approve. I knew what I needed to do to match my identity and to match what I needed to feel normal, and I did it. And I didn't make excuses. I just did it. Just like I'm, you know, farming gold right now. I might not be perfect, but At least I did it. And you know, personal transformation is an ancient tradition that is seen as holy. To you know, self-fulfillment through actions. Like that's like the core of like Kabbalistic like Hebrew mysticism. How's the transition going? We're already done. I already got my surgery 2 years ago, bro. Like, I got a vajayjay. It's awesome. And now I'm moved on. We're just playing some WoW, hanging out. I got some housing issues that are... We're going to talk about them tomorrow. I have a meeting, but they're working on it. They're trying to find a suitable like mentor home for me. A Nako tail? You do you, bro. I don't think a doctor would do that, though. They generally don't like putting people under, I mean, there's a lot of things to consider, you know? A lot of, arteries. They generally don't want people to die. So they're generally not going to give you a life-threatening surgery unless it's going to save your life. But, hey, if you pushed enough... You know, maybe that, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't think a doctor would do that. I think it's a little different. And I kind of find it a little bit disingenuous when people try to compare transgender surgeries to other things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's cool. And I think if we can safely do that, people should definitely be allowed to get like horns or tails or other kind of body modifications or wings. Like, you do you. It's your body. But... right now, it's not generally considered safe. Those are experimental, probably extremely dangerous, life-threatening surgeries. Transgender surgery is straightforward, at least from male to female. And I got it, and it was very... there's a little bit of a scare at the beginning, but we got through it. And now I'm just, you know, kind of going through some regular issues. Like I'm going through like, I didn't really want to talk about this too much. I talked about it yesterday and kind of at the beginning of the stream, but having a little bit of a UTI issue, but that's pretty normal. And it's way more common for vulva havers than I thought. And I think I just need to calm down and just animal breed might be endgame. I mean, hey, cyborgs. We're already cyborgs. We have computers, we have phones, we have like, you know, surgeries that correct our vision. Like, humans are cyborgs through and through. Now, what does that really mean? I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that. It's just who we are. Like, we have fire. Like, we utilize tools. We're cyborgs. We always have been. Now, are we, like, genetically modified, like, combined with AI, like, hybrids? Like, Neuralink is a thing, and, like, we're doing stuff like that, but, like, we're cyborgs. We use phones. Who'd guessed? I mean, pretty much anyone with a vulva is at risk for UTIs. Like I said, I didn't really want to talk about it. It grosses people out, especially guys. And most of my audience, if not all of them, are male. Because I appeal to a male audience, because I'm an attractive woman, and I'm also a nerdy gamer who plays World of Warcraft. So clearly, just looking at my analytics, most of my viewers are like in the like 25 to 35 range, some over 40, and male. So with an above screen view, I don't know what you're talking about with above screen view. Oh no, it's because I'm zoomed out. Yeah, there's some changes to the newer client, like you can zoom out further and stuff like that. And I usually do so you can see more. Yeah, it's like a custom setting. You gotta like modify a text file, but you can do it. It's allowed. Unless they change that to make it actually, a part of the slider. Yeah, well, thanks, Saul Germain. But, yeah, I generally don't talk about this kind of stuff. I'm actually trying to steer away from even talking about my transgender stuff. I already went through the surgeries. We're done with it. Like, I'm ready to kind of just move on with my life. Like, I have normal issues. And they're not as bad as I thought they were. Like, I'm still going to talk to my doctor, but like this is private stuff. I shouldn't even be talking about it on stream, to be honest. Autobots? Yeah. Hey, I'm proud. I'm not ashamed. Why would I be? I'm transgender, and that, that's not going to change. I'm not cisgender female. I'm not trying to say I'm biologically female, but I'm anatomically female. And I do take hormones, so honestly, a lot of, I don't know why so many dudes, and usually like the anti-trans people, they judge women based on whether or not they're attractive or not. And this goes beyond trans women. Like, this is just women in general. They don't actually accept women unless they're attractive. They're like, oh, I'd crack. And it's like, I guess that's like a starting point for acceptance, but like, come on. Like, just because somebody's like not somebody you would have sex with doesn't negate their gender. Like, I don't understand. Like, there are plenty of women out there that most people would probably not want to be with, but you still see them as women. The only difference is you have this like twisted, weird version of reality in your head where somehow being trans is a bad thing, and you're twisting everything to match that. You're doing mental gymnastics. I don't know what you're saying, Turtle. It's just asterisks. Yeah, like we're kind of just running around. We're probably not as optimal as we could be. This is World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just, I don't even like to think about it as like, oh, I'm trans and now I'm suddenly not. Like, I'm gonna be trans forever. Just like a cisgender person, most likely gonna be cisgender forever. You know, like, that might change because they might realize they're trans. And it's not, that's what it is. I think that's where people misunderstand. It's not that I suddenly decided to be trans. It's that I always was, and then I just realized it. That's the difference. I think people have a really hard on... They think that it's like a choice. Like, it is a choice to start going through stuff, but that's a completely different metric. Like, that's separate. Like, when you choose to go through hormones or choose to go through surgeries, that's different. That's because you respect yourself. But actually being trans is not something that you just choose. Like, it happens, and it's a part of who you are, and it always has been. You just didn't really think about it. You didn't, like, look at, like, why you feel the way you feel. Maybe you described it as a different thing, and maybe you're okay with that. I'm not saying that you have to transition. Most people, there's a lot of people who probably will, they might feel these kind of feelings, but the difference is that they don't feel it badly enough that they're willing to go through surgeries for years of effort. And like, you know, they might be cisgender, they might even be trans, but like, they're like, well, I'm not really going to transition, not going to take hormones, so why would I even like think about myself that way? And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is when people just seem to think that like you guys won't listen to us. Do you understand? Like, there's people out there, like, you just keep spouting the same things on repeat. And it's like, why don't you listen to us for a change? Actually, instead of just saying, oh, it's just propaganda. You can't convince somebody to be trans if they're not. It's not possible. And I'm sure when you were growing up as a kid, if somebody probably misgendered you, you probably would have been extremely against it. Like, don't lie to me. Like, you know who you are. Like, you never had any doubt. If you're cisgender, you most likely never had any doubt. You were sure. But for trans people, it's a little bit more complicated. But once you understand, there's no uncertainty anymore. There's no more confusion. You're just like, okay, I'm trans. I get it now. And it's it's Pandora's box. You can't go back. And it's a good thing you can't go back, because if you did, it would be bad for that individual. People want to do that to themselves. What are you talking about? I couldn't accept myself the way I was. I accept myself now because I respect myself. And I'm just going to mute you. You've been annoying since you got here. Get the fuck out of here. This isn't a debate space. I'm not Destiny. I'm not Asmongold. I'm not Hassan. Go spout your bullshit there. But if you're going to actually want to listen to the real life experience of a trans woman who has undergone transgender surgeries, then you have to be willing to actually listen instead of just spouting your nonsense. Like, come on, here's a real live trans woman who has undergone surgeries, and you're going to call me a liar? You're going to say that I'm like, why don't you like actually have some intellectual honesty and like actually have an open mind? Like, what is wrong with you? I don't understand what's wrong with you. I have no confusion about who I am. I love myself. I'm extremely grateful I was able to get the surgeries. My life is better than it's ever been. There are some issues that have nothing to do with that are still not doing too well, but we're working on it. And either way, regardless, they're completely separate. Like, my issues with like my housing and stuff has like, as far as my body goes, I'm fucking living in heaven. Okay, and I don't know why people insist that I'm not. They're not even living in my life. They're not in my body. And you're not even listening to me. Oh, well, thank you, Madish. I don't know why these people think this way. Yeah, we're gonna be farming a ton of these bugs. Those Silithid skins are 10 silver each vendor. I look horrendous? You look muted. Don't lie to yourself. I know you're lying. I have evidence from literally people in my life, strangers, insisting I should be a model. People giving me money to be a model. Like, I am not horrendous. You are lying, and that's why I just mute you and don't crash out. That's why I don't care. Because I know you're wrong. You're just trying to say it because you have these preconceived notions about trans people and you're trying to get under my skin. You're not going to. Stop trying. I have enough evidence to know that I am not ugly. In fact, I am actually above average. Not just for trans women, but for a lot of women out there. I have been told as much by significant amount of people. Not just queer people. And also strangers who didn't even know whether I was trans or not. Bathroom stall don't count. I don't know what you're doing in the bathroom stall. It's certainly not what I'm doing. I just go to the bathroom. I got a WoW boyfriend. I don't know about that. I don't date people. I mean, they might think I'm their girlfriend, but I'm just playing the game. I mean, I have in-game friends. Like, Mial is one of my in-game friends. I wouldn't call him my boyfriend. That's kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. I'm not fixated on it. The fact that you think I'm fixated on it is what I'm trying to tell you. Just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean I'm like crashing out. Doesn't mean I'm fixated on it. I don't know what you're misunderstanding. Like, you guys are just delusional, is what you are. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't want to get married. I'm polyamorous. And also, I'm just like generally against long-term relationships unless they're friendships. Now, if it's a friendship and it gets closer, that's different. But I just consider myself to have partners, not getting married. I don't need that legal, issue. First of all, as somebody who's probably going to make whatever career progress I make, I don't want to have to like go through some kind of like splitting, like we already see what's happening with like people like Nick Pollum, like with his divorce, like I don't want to have to pay somebody 50% or 60% of something, why go through that trouble? How am I supposed to know I'm going to love somebody even a day from now, let alone years from now? The whole idea of a marriage just bothers me. Because it implies that you're going to love that person forever. And that might change, like, especially people do change. People change all the time. You might go different ways, but you're forcing yourself. And which is good. It's good to have commitment, and I respect that. But you have to know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting into a long-term commitment that you can't back out of without legal repercussions. Like, you have to go through a divorce. Like, that's like a legal process. It might not be the end of the world. In some cases, it's a painful process, depending on the circumstances. But I don't ever want to go through that. How am I supposed to know I'm going to still love somebody like a year from now, or 2 years, or 10 years from now? Like, I'm not somebody's property. I'm not a slave. Okay, like, and that's kind of like how I feel about marriage. But I'm not going to say that's how I feel, I'm not going to say, like, other people shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that, like, that's how I feel. Yeah, I don't know what you're going on about that, but I'm just gonna mute you. Did I hit a nerve? I don't know what you're talking about, Saul. Oh, are you still? Just don't even respond to them. Just if I muted them, I'm not even gonna see their messages. If they bother you, just block them, and just report them if they're being harassing, please. Because I'm not even seeing their messages. Sometimes like you're replying to them and I don't know the context and I don't need to. I muted them for a reason. So God sent his only son to whoever believes in him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty chill with Jesus. He's a pretty cool dude. I think he would be 100% supportive of me. He was 100% of people who tried to kill him. Like the people who did kill him, the people who tortured him. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand this people insist that Jesus hates gay people or trans people. That's like totally antithetical to everything Jesus stood for. Like, it's the complete opposite. I don't know what book you're reading. Like, Jesus was about acceptance and love, even for people who killed him. Even for like thieves and murderers. Like what are you talking about? Are you crazy? Did you react? Oh, we're not going there, SC2. That's not, it has nothing to do with me, and it's really serious. So no, I'm not just gonna react to every single situation. Sorry, SC2 Mallory. Although I guess technically that is a reaction, but a non-reaction is still a reaction, so whatever. It's just, that's too serious. I'm gonna let the people, the only thing I'm gonna say is clearly he's getting help for it. I still don't want to associate. I see, well, you dragged me into it. God damn it. But even Jesus loves people like that, so whatever. But we're not gonna go on and on about it. I got my own life to live. I got my own drama. I don't need to be focused on other people's drama. We're playing World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. Archons? I have no idea what the fuck that is. Is that some AI generated religion or something? It sounds like some deep mythology shit. I'm hella into what you're saying. What the hell is an Archon? That sounds fucking badass. Like there's some dark Archon sitting in the fringes of society. Kill the snake. No, the snake didn't hurt anybody, bro. Okay, we're gonna kill the snake. Just because you asked. He hates the sin. See, this whole idea of sinning, you don't understand. To hate gay people is a sin. Don't you understand? Being gay is just who you are. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not hurting anybody. You're love. Love is love. What you saw in the Bible is from the very people that Jesus stood up against. Did you read the same goddamn book? The literal story, the whole narrative is that he went up against the old guard. He was the upriser. He said we need to love regardless. There is no picking and choosing. That was the whole point. He was the upriser. That's why it's called the New Testament. He was Jewish boy, raised as a carpenter, who was raised by a bunch of old dudes who were telling him what to believe, and he said, this doesn't feel right. So everything that you read about gay people was literally by the people, written by the people that he was against. Do you understand? Are you just not reading the same book? Are you, what is going on? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna stop talking about religion. If you want to have a religious discussion with somebody, I'm sure there's a content creator out there willing to have, talks about scripture and stuff. I'm not religious. I'm not a rabbi. I don't understand. I know my. It's like I'm fascinated by mythology and world religions, and I do read the texts. But we don't really need to go there. A lot of the people who are evangelical, you're going to come into my chat and you're going to say a bunch of stuff trying to convert people. I'm going to put an end to that. So please don't do that. Things that hold humanity back from enlightenment. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like some ancient mythology thing. That's cool. My novel has a lot of world mythology baked into it, and so I've been doing a lot of research on Hebrew mysticism, like Kabbalah, and Babylonian and Sumerian, Norse mythology is probably going to be the big one that I do next, where I really get into it, try to understand it, because world mythology is the basis of all storytelling. It is basically humans coming up with origin stories, coming up with the Egyptian origin story is wild. It was literally just one being who was like the god of everything, and he jacked off and inseminated himself. I guess he's non-binary, so I guess I'd be themselves. Literally just jacked off his phallus and inseminated himself to give birth to the first beings. That's Egyptian mythology. I'm not making this up. Somebody made it up. It was thousands of years ago. So, it's old shit. It's crazy. And the problem is people who come, the type of people who are like, Jesus tells you to save, they don't have an open mind to other forms of, they're against other religions. It's because you shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't really be treating religion as the one truth. It's just a truth. It was written by people. It's a document that humans wrote. It's a part of history. It's a part of human culture. But honestly, if I talked about Egyptian, they're like, oh, but that's goes against the teachings. It goes against the scripture. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I'm open-minded. I'm not living in some kind of delusion. I'm sorry, but I'm open-minded. I'm not stuck in religious thinking. I'm sorry. But if that's what you're trying to do, you're not going to be welcome here. You're annoying. Trying to convert people. That's weird. I mean, nice try. You shot your shot, but if you keep doing it, I'm just going to mute you. Stakes you in the heart. Zelda? Hatsune Miku and Blasphemous? Oh, I was like, is there Hatsune Miku and Zelda? I'm like, what? But you were just listing things. Okay, I was a little bit confused for a second. Okay, sorry. Jesus says vampires need love. Exactly. All these people who come up with all their ideas of this is, when people start harming other people, you've already gone, if you claim, I'm just saying, do your thing, whatever, but as soon as you, don't claim that you're following Jesus, because Jesus never harmed anybody. Even people who were torturing him. He let it happen, because, this is what that person thought they needed to do. And he would rather be peaceful and non-violent than, throw back at them. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to just let anybody walk all over me, but I get it. But yeah, I caught up. Yeah, so either way, I appreciate all the people who aren't being weird in chat, but also I need to remind you, I have been streaming for 6 years. I have a pretty goddamn thick skin. Now, I will mute people if they're annoying, but that's different than me crashing out. I hope you understand that. I'm not like being offended by these people. They're just annoying. And I will mute them. I'm not married. I've been streaming for 6 years, and actually it's a good thing I'm getting so much interaction, because it means people who are genuinely, belong here in the community, people who are just chill, it's a space for people to be chill and to just talk about life and to play some video games together. That's what I'm trying to build here. And I share stuff about my personal life sometimes. I talk about my career development, which is, I start some work this week as a model. So, progress is being made. Housing progress is being made. Yeah, I didn't know about this cave. This is where we need to be farming. I'm basically gonna be living in this cave until I get my mount riding skill. Yeah, I mean it's I don't think there's anything there's no such thing as like a small gig. I mean, obviously some are going to be, I don't actually know how much I'm getting paid, but apparently it pays really well. It's for the college. I had to get like fingerprinting and all that. There was a huge process, but I went through it. Hey, him. But basically, it's going to start, and it's for art. It's for the art department. So I'm going to be modeling for art students nude, and they're going to be drawing me and learning how to improve their art. I'm doing meaningful work, and it's giving back to the community, and it's giving me valuable skills that I can use on my resume. You got a whole box of crayons? Real troll turkey. That emote is so funny looking. I don't know what it is about it, but just the eyes and the lips, like, it's just so funny looking. I don't know what it is. Like this one? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell you how to sign up for the class, like. Painting with crayons on cement. Wax slided skate. Oh yeah, you're a skateboarder. Oh shit. What are you talking about? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be able to stop people from going to college, but most likely you're not going to be able to get there. Like, I'm just being real. And obviously, at any time, if I feel my life is in danger, I will, I will contact the police. Okay, like. Like, you know, we still live on planet Earth, and we still live in California. Okay, like, there are laws to protect me, okay? Like, don't be weird. I don't want you to ruin your life either. I'm actually thinking about you, too. Like, don't be weird. Don't do things that, like, it not only causes harm to other people, but it causes harm to you, too, because you're gonna get in trouble. And then you're gonna have to go to jail or something. Like, don't do it. I don't want you to do that. Even if you know, like, even if you're an asshole, like, I would still rather, like, nothing bad happens. I would rather everyone be safe. Like, I just want people to have a good time and be safe. That's really all I like about life. You know, I don't... Let's do. It's time to do. Oh, shit. This hunter is, taking off the gloves. Okay. Fuck! God walks with me, be at peace, brother. Give us a preview? I don't have a dick. I can't... Well, first of all, I would get banned from YouTube, regardless, if I got naked. But I don't have a dick, bro. I'm sorry. I know that's what you want, but I don't have a dick to give you. I got a pussy. You going to butt jail, buddy boy? you going to butt jail? It's not snow, it's just I'm dead. And so like I'm in like the other, like the afterlife plane or whatever. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't have a dick. I need to heat up my tea, it got cold. Oh. Ah. We have free will. Don't lay trap cards. We're not hunters. Okay. No more goblins. They're not gnomes. Draenei? Space ghosts, come on! Blood elves are okay, though. Don't care what you think is right or wrong. Ba-da-ma-ma-ma-ma-ma-ma-ma. I gotta collect them all. Gotta catch them all. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna get revenge on this hunter. What a jackhole, bro. Stealing our mobs. Oh, there he is. We're gonna get him pretty quick. There we go. Took his mobs too. Although we don't get the drops there. Boom. No book rewritten by man 10 bajillion times. Yeah, I don't understand the whole fact that people, this is how I feel about it. I don't know if you agree with it or not, but this is how I feel about it. The fact that you need a book to tell you how to live at all, and that you're nitpicking every single scripture line by line by line, that tells me something. Like, you're trying to justify your hatred. You're trying to justify that what you're doing is okay by what God told you. You're trying to justify your shitty behavior. That's why you are searching every time that somebody disagrees with you. You're like, oh, but this scripture says on this book, Jeremiah 23, line 4, verse 4, and then you have it memorized. Like, dude, you're trying to find justification after the fact for why you're allowed to hate somebody. That's what you're doing. That you're just trying to you're basically, it's confirmation bias. You're gonna try to find things that confirm that the way you believe. Oh, but it says it in the Bible, so it must be okay. Like, no, you're operating on a shitty mindset. That instead of actually caring about people and trying to help people and lift each other up and be a part of the community, you're gonna tear people down just because they're different. That tells me that that's not what the scripture is meant to be. And either way, the fact that it was translated a bajillion times, those things are also not, historically may have been, an indicator of like the thought of the time. But we are not in the year 4000 BC, okay? Like, we're in 2026. Like what the fuck? The shit that was written in the Bible is not relevant. Like, some of it is because it's timeless, but god damn. Think for yourself, bro. Yeah, go Blaze. Dr. Zoidberg? I'm not saying that you're not smart if you're Christian. I'm not hating on Christians. I'm just saying there are certain people, and you will meet these types of people at your church. There are people in church who are genuinely active, positive members of the community. I think the vast majority of people that you will meet who are part of a church. But there are going to be those people in the church, they always have a verse to justify their beliefs. They'll always pull out a specific verse to tell you why it's okay for them to. They're trying to tell themselves. That's because they're not just lying to others; they're lying to everyone. These types of people are so toxic, and that's where a lot of this anti-gay, anti-abortion, all that kind of shit. You're basically they're not willing to admit that the belief is not their religion. It's so easy to justify your beliefs as, oh, but it's not just me, the Bible says it. No, you feel that way. Take ownership of it. You feel like abortion is wrong. Stop using the Bible to justify it. Stop saying it's your religion to justify that you hate trans people, that you don't want trans people to exist, you don't want trans people to have equal rights, you don't want trans people to have access to very well understood and beneficial health care. You don't want trans people to exist at all. You would rather we not exist. Stop lying to yourself. That is your belief. Stop using the Bible to justify your hatred. It's so annoying. I mean, it's okay if you think that, you know, abortion is murder. I disagree with you. I think that it's literally nurture versus nature. People deliberately have children. It takes 9 months. And if it's not right for any reason, and the reason doesn't matter, because the reason can be so many different, you don't need to justify it. You don't need to say, oh, it's okay if it was in, you know, such and such, you know, bad things I don't want to talk about. But, you know, things that are like very, like it was forced on you. Or if maybe you made a mistake and you change your mind. Or maybe it was a medical problem. None of those matter. Do you know why? Because it's not your goddamn body. None of those matter. Whether it was because of a certain scenario where you were forced on, whether or not, like because you made a mistake and you can't financially even afford the baby, and because you don't want to raise children, possibly ever, or because you have a medical issue that if you came to term, it would jeopardize your life. None of those matter because those are personal. They're not yours. And this whole idea that you get to justify hating people, like you can have that belief, but you know, people are going to disagree with you, like plain and simple. Don't expect everyone else to feel the same way you do, and stop trying to force other people to feel the same way you do. It's so abusive. It's toxic as fuck. Like, stop it. Okay, I got...
Farewell.
I gotta use up that rune cloth. Kane no phono? Nobody did that until Discord was released? I have no idea what you're talking about. What about Discord? What? Yeah, you're witch hunting. Exactly. Shit no Baldy cares about. What? Chill, dude. What part of my behavior thinks I'm not chill? I don't understand why people think I'm crashing out or losing it just because I'm talking. Like, what? What is wrong with you? Fucking nasty ass. What the fuck? Another Dune? Fire and Ice? Lesotho? EverQuest 2? I go to church, but because of the snowstorm, we met up in EverQuest 2. True. You guys gotta chill, okay? Like, Daddy, chill. What the hell is even that? Yeah, honestly, the only religion I need is Castlevania. Alucard? Alucard's hella fucking hot. He's my boyfriend. Whoa! That escalated quickly. Yeah, trying to clear up some inventory space. Where is this stream even from? What the hell is even that? We're in California. I'm on YouTube and I'm on Twitch and I'm on some other platforms, but we're mainly I mainly, even though most of my commenters are on YouTube now, which is a good thing. Like, I'm making some good progress. Like, the live stream, the vertical live stream has changed things a lot. Like that, I'm getting a lot more chatters, which means we're also going to get more annoying chatters, but that's good. That's a good problem to have.
Go in peace.
This game on PC? Yeah. You tore a blank page out and rolled a fat joint? Dude, you're gonna be like communing with God now. Especially if you got that dang Zaza, bro. Nah, you're not going to hell, bro. You're not going to hell. That's like what God, that's what Jesus would have wanted. He would want you to roll up that Zaza, okay? Jesus to be like, hell yeah.
We shall meet again. Ancestors watch over you. Walk with the earth.
Walk with the earth. It's a Tauren. But he's not hostile, even though it's a Tauren, a horde character, horde NPC. I got 50 gold, 50.7, so we are making progress. I started with like 20 gold.
Vishnu Allah.
You're from Cali? We got the gas pack? I don't know what that means. Where am I going? I gotta turn in this quest. But where is it? Oh, okay. Shout out to your friend Copson. What's up, Copson? D7G3 says you're a dumb bitch. Okay, so... Hey, I'm just delivering a message, okay? I'm sorry, but, like...
May the stars guide you.
His words, not mine.
Farewell.
Hell yeah. You know, the internet can sometimes be toxic. Sometimes it can make lasting, lifelong connections, okay? And if you're happy and you're fulfilled and you're making meaningful changes in your life, I don't think there's a problem with that.
Illumined by your path.
You can vendor that. Oh, the venom sacks.
Greetings.
No, I'm gonna auction house certain things. I mean, it's like 3 times the amount. I mean, honestly, I'm not even farming those, so let's just sell them. Like, come on. That's a quest. Yeah, it's a quest turn in. So those texts.
Goodbye.
Where are those text turn-ins? Field duty papers.
Can I assist you? Goodbye.
Where do I turn in the Twilight texts? Vampires always go gay? I don't think that's true. I just think if you live forever, you stop caring so much about whether you're gay or straight. Like,
Hail.
you live long enough, you know?
Well, go in peace. Well met. Ancestors watch over you. Be careful. How may I aid you? Go in peace.
Yeah, I didn't look. Did I even get any silver or anything from that, or any gold?
Farewell.
Unlimited time, I mean, obviously, like, why, you know, you stop, you also, like, hey, like, I think a lot of people don't really, an unexamined life, like, when you don't really think about, hey, why do I actually feel this discomfort? I think, obviously, if you're not gay, you're not gay. That's, you know, like, no one's gonna argue with that. But what I'm saying is that I think, like, sometimes people have, like, an extra layer of, like, insecurity on top of that. Now, I'm not necessarily saying they're homophobic or anything like that, but what I'm saying is that some people are just afraid of things that feel good. Like, they might actually be into men if they're, you know, guys. It's usually guys, but women feel this way too about being gay. Like, if you're aroused by somebody of the same, like, you know, gender as you, whether or not they're trans or cisgender, whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. There's an extra layer of, like, fear that people have. Yeah, we can get some pretty good silver up in that cave. Germophobia? Yeah. No, I think what it is. Oh. Oh, I think we're going to the South Cave. I'm just like, I feel like if you're a vampire, you're immortal, you're probably going to stop caring whether people think you're gay or not. Like, I mean, maybe that might not be the case depending on the individual, but I think you're going to get over it. You're not going to care whether you're straight or gay. You're just into whatever. You're going to become pansexual. Like, you're just like, hey, I'm into this or I'm not. I don't care what other people think. Like, you should, I think a lot of people are very insecure. And in fact, I think most of the time people are afraid that they might be gay or not. They're so fixated on it. Like, they're like, oh, I like a trans woman and she's got a dick. Does that make me gay? Like, you get so scared that you, like, have a panic attack. Like, dude. Like, you're more worried about what other people think rather than what you think. Because it's like, and I understand, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think it's like, dude, like, it ends up being, it hurts other people. Because now you're basically disrespecting other people because of your own hangups. Like, you're afraid of social isolation. That's a real, like, human thing. And I understand that, because a lot of times if people think you're gay, that can mean real social isolation. You can be completely removed from your community. I understand it. Yeah, what if I want kids? Well, I mean, that's already too late for that. I don't want kids. There's always adoption. But honestly, I don't want kids. I never want kids. I don't even want pets. I don't want some goddamn cat. Okay, I don't need some cat walking around being a cat. Okay, I don't need that bullshit. What the fuck? I don't want some creature living around me. Like, Jesus Christ. If I don't even want a cat, why the fuck would I want a baby? Like, why in God's name would I want a goddamn baby? I already had orchiectomy in 2022, and I had full vaginoplasty 2 years in 2024. You will want kids. Oh, I'm 38. I won't want kids. I hate how people are so abusive that they think that they can decide for other people that they're going to make a mistake if they get their tubes tied, or if they get a vasectomy, or if they are trans and get like an orchiectomy or a hysterectomy or anything like that. I think it's pretty abusive. You're basically saying you want to decide how other people live their life. I don't hate cats. I actually love cats. But I just don't want to own one. I don't want to be responsible for a sentient creature. That's really the core of it. Like, I don't want some sentient creature under my responsibility. I'm not gonna compress your fuzzy feline. Jesus. It's already too late, by the way. Like I said, I already had orchiectomy in 2022. This is a complete moot point. And the fact that you think that my value, you have different values. If you got orchiectomy or if you got a vasectomy, you would regret it. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with me. You would regret it. That's not in your values. It has nothing to do with me. Hurts. Ferrets? Do you still think you'll want kids if you quit playing WoW? I don't know what that has to do with it. There's plenty of people who play WoW who are like married and have kids. I don't know what the fuck that's about. What do you have a lot of preconceptions about life. And that's what that tells me. And you're not alone. It's not like you're abnormal. You're pretty normal, actually. Most people have so many preconceived notions. They have all these ideas, and all of their beliefs stem from those ideas. But you're assuming that I have those same core values. You're assuming that, like, I'm going to regret something when that was never even on the map for me. That's how you feel. Rode a horse? Swam with gators? Fishing bugs? Well, we've been killing bugs. And I'm skinning them for their carapace. They sell for 10 silver each. The silithid carapace is... Yeah, we're gonna be farming bugs. My skinning makes this extremely lucrative. Extremely lucrative. Excited? Yeah, I mean, we're already here. We're just not in Outland yet. Cash Black Widows? Damn. Crazy, bro. Yeah, usually you get like 2 of those chittens. I'm just gonna call them scales. I get usually 2 of the scales at a time. That's 10 silver each. Broken ones, 5 silver. So it's like these are lucrative. Plus there's a quest drop here, so I can probably get that quest drop as well. Hey, what's up, Chris Ryan? How you doing? Don't drink the water, bro. Yeah, since they can't talk, feeling your feels is all they have. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they have like they are extremely emotionally intelligent. That's how they survive. They have to be able to understand emotions. That's why animals are so good. I'm really good with animals. I just don't want to own one. I don't want to raise one. I don't want to be a caregiver for one. I feel like people should respect that. I really don't like how a lot of people's automatic... We're on Nightslayer. I really don't appreciate how so many people's automatic, like, response to when you feel lonely... Oh, get a cat. Or get a dog. I'm like, dude... I'm not gonna raise an animal. Like, that's so much responsibility. Are you, like, trying to ruin my life? Like, I don't want to raise an animal. That's like vet bills. You have to pay for all their shots. You have to maintain them. You have to like keep them clean, like, you know, groom them. First of all, it's a sentient being living in your environment, which is just stressful for me. I'm like, I have neurodivergent issues. They're well documented. 6 or 7 cats, awesome, and that's great, but that's not for me. And I hate how people are just like, at level 61, I can't skin. Do not get a cat. Exactly. I mean, it's for the right people. Cats are like a meaningful companion. But I also just feel like having a companion in general is a huge responsibility. Like having a human companion. Partners are not something I take lightly. I am polyamorous, but I take it very seriously. Having somebody in your life, having a sentient creature, like anything like that, a companion is like, you can't just use people that way. It feels like you're using people for your own loneliness, which is fine. Some people like being used, and with the right people, you know, you can have a meaningful, you know, connection with people or an animal. You know, if you're going to love that cat, you're going to love that dog, you're going to give it a good home, you're going to take care of it and make it and help it be happy, like, and that makes you happy. That's beautiful. I love that. I love people who are, you know, love their pets. Yeah, dogs, you know, dogs are great. Animals are great. Horses, you know, ferrets, like all animals. Some people like to have big giant beetles. Not for me, definitely. But some people like having like raising dung beetles and stuff like that. Like those big guys that we just killed. So either these are big giant bugs, or the species of WoW in Azeroth are actually really tiny. Like humans are tiny. Like we're small. We're smaller than like insects, like hornets. Well, it's not just men; it's women too. Women connect with dogs. This whole idea that men are fundamentally different than women is a huge scam. Yeah, there are like biological differences between men and women. And this includes, like, I think less chromosomes don't particularly matter outside of the womb. Like, chromosomes only tell you what your body starts with. Hormones are really what run your body. So even trans people, like we're pretty much all the same, men and women. Like, intersex people, like, everyone's pretty much a human. And the biology just is little teeny tiny like salt and pepper, right? Like you're gonna spice it differently, right? So being a man is like, if I want to give it okay, this is actually kind of a fun, this is kind of a fun thought experiment. What spices do different types of people correspond to? Because there's different types of men, there's different types of women. So like a guy on the most part, I would say is like salt. You know, just reliable, you know, but can be abrasive, but can help a lot of things, not just flavor, but also be used to clean things. Like salt is really like everyone. It's like the every spice, right? Men are reliable, men are durable. That's salt. I think women probably more like, let's see. We're a little bit more complicated, like, biologically, especially cis women, but, like, you know, because some extra, you know, reproductive things, but I don't think it's, like, super more complicated than salt. So maybe we're, like, potassium? So it's, like, salt and potassium, like, two sides of the same coin, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're when you say spice. Oh my god. Oh, we got the quest. If you're reading this, to whom it may concern, if you're reading this, I'm either dead or soon to be dead. It's hard to say. Most of the crew is dead anyhow. Found information about a titan. Great battle between him and an old god. Yes, a bona fide old god. Found ancient tunnel leading to Anchorage. Taking it. Take this letter to my old camp. Make sure my monkey is getting adequate food, water, and hugs. Brand Bronzebeard, Explorer Extreme. P.S. Watch out for crazy old god worshipping night elf. Yeah, that's an 8 gold quest. The spice melange, a drug so powerful it won't even kill you unless you try to quit it. There was a meme, it was like, sometimes, there's some funny memes in the trans community online, but I'm not particularly into all that. But there is a meme where it showed like a scene from Dune where they had like a hand in a box, and it was like, and it said it like, they put estrogen in text over it. And it said, like, a trans woman, and it's like, if you take your hand out of the box, you die. and then, like, the nervous... I have no idea what you just said, D7, G3. Is that a chess move? That's like a D7? Like... That's like that would be a black move, and the pawn would be d6, not d7. Like d7, g3, like a g6. I don't know what's going on. You're crazy. You're speaking in tongues, bro. Presence to see in the future. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we've been taking a bit of a break from chess. It's a lot of work, and I'm not getting a whole lot of return at this. Like no personal return. I feel like I'm dead tired. I can barely even play WoW if I'm gonna be real. The stream gives me a little bit of motivation, a little energy. I've been getting a lot of views on vertical live stream on YouTube. 6-7. Hell yeah, Finna. Chess gods. Yeah, no, so I'm taking a break from chess for now. There will be a time where I dedicate myself to chess again. I'm going to be really happy when that day comes. But I'm also just personally do not have the energy to even approach chess right now. Like... He? What are you talking about? Cameron Diaz is the box? What? I bet this place stinks real bad. The inside of that hive. Like, it's gotta stink, bro. Chest cells? Snakes and ladder god? What the fuck are you speaking? Is this some, like, Gen Alpha, is this some brain rot? Like, what is going on? Is this some Gen Alpha brain rot that you're spewing in my chat? So, chess is fun, Grandmaster children are intense. Yeah, it is intense. It's because they have mentorship. Something I didn't get as a child, but I'm trying to get mentorship now as an adult, with my life. I don't want to go on like a tangent about how life could have been, but it's just, a lot of the reasons why is because they show some early talent, and it's more nurture than nature. Chess is about training. Obviously, certain people have like an edge that others might not have, but it's really training, like dedicated training with the right people who are steering you in the right direction. So if you have like children and you find good coaches and they're dedicated, and you give them, you know, you train them in good values, and it aligns with them as an individual, where they're willing, not just okay with doing it, but they're more than willing. They're begging you to train them. Like, people are going to put in hours and hours and hours across like 5 or 6 or 7 years, 6 or 7, 6 or 7, 6 or 7. You're gonna get good. Most adults can't learn. I don't think it's because, I mean, obviously your brain is more of a sponge when you're a child, but I honestly think it's more because our time is more fractured. And it's harder for us to dedicate true, like, training in chess. I think it's more because being an adult has, like, a lot more fractured, it's a lot more fractured of a reality. Like, you have multiple responsibilities. You know, children have responsibilities, but not the same kind. As a child learning chess, your responsibility is to do all your, academic schoolwork, and then do all the chess, and put the time and energy into it. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna mute you if you're speaking different languages in the chat, so I'm not gonna... I don't know how I would have to copy paste it, and it's like you said something about Satan, so I'm just generally gonna assume ill intent. Mensa? Yeah, no, I think people have a misunderstanding about chess skill. It doesn't necessarily make you, like, intelligent. It makes you visually, spatially intelligent. Like, you can understand pattern recognition. You've trained enough chess that your brain sees it as a fluent language. You're really learning the language of chess. Yeah, it's time to go vendor. Now we're gonna save this heavy carapace for the auction house. It's 1 gold, 49 silver. It's like 1.5 gold. Oh, this quest turn in spooning.
You got my attention. Off with you. Be good. Watch your back. How are you? Off with you.
There's also a quest I had to do there. Nordson. Well, I have no idea. Did I lose my ability to parse language? What is even going on in the chat? You guys are saying weird shit. I have no idea what even any of this means. What the hell is even that? Jardy Vaughn? What the fuck? You guys are saying things I don't understand. It's like, even when you're speaking English. Like, I like Space Alien, New Age Chatter, Third World Bubonics is the New World language, a crossbreed of intelligence with stupidity equals New Age slang. Oi! What the fuck is all that, Saul? What the hell is even that? Like...
What can I do for you? Off with you.
Becca, focus killing bugs. Now we're going back to town. Because I need to turn in a quest or two. And I need to, vendor some shit. Gotta vendor some shit. Called internet chat. Yeah, you guys are crazy. I don't know if you knew this. But you're crazy. New Swa don't even know about the Fujian Jarti? Like, yeah, what's the Fujian Jarti? Fujian? What is this, like, Mandarin Chinese? Fujian? The Fujian Jarti. Hard. Ye warriors. Yes, we're warriors, and we have engaged the enemy. Dirty Coca-Cola vending... You're out of date like a dirty Coca-Cola vending machine, okay? Well, we're in America, okay? We don't know these fancy things that you talk of. And these here parts, okay? Because we're American, and we're in a Wendy's. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Daddy, chill. What the hell is even that? Keep talking, lols, and keep seething on me. Seethe on me. American is apple pie, Becca. Ugh. You're a Cody, like Buffalo Bill? Oh, God. Which Buffalo Bill are we talking about here? Goodbye, horses. I'm crying over you. That song is great, by the way. Everybody's associated it with, pee-pee tucking and bodysuits made of human skin. Grandma was a Cody? What the fuck is a Cody? What's a Germain? Those are names of people. I don't know what these things are. What music you like? The music I'm listening to. Video game remixes on OC Remix. This is rainwave.cc/OC Remix.
Hail.
Yeah, it's not WoW music. That's for sure. I should probably save the mystery meat for the auction house too.
Ancestors watch over you.
Yeah, we're bug hunting. We're gonna be killing bugs nonstop. Because these carapaces are making me some bank. Okay. These are 1.5 gold each. The other one's vendor for like 20 silver each and 10 silver each. And even the trash, even the grays sell for 5 silver to the vendor. We're gonna be here for a while. We got to get 500 gold. Doing your part. I'm doing my part. Yeah, Starship Troopers. Play Starship Trooper music, kill bugs. Yeah, I'm doing my part. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break for now. Yeah, hope you guys had a good time. We had a good time. Obviously, as always, we get some people in the chat that get annoying, but honestly, I'm always up for it, pretty much, within reason. Like, people are gonna be weird, but honestly, it's a good sign that my channel is growing. That we're getting people. The fact that I'm even having a lively conversation with you guys, because some of you are sticking around, and you know we're having fun conversations. You guys are like talking about all sorts of stuff. It's getting me excited. It's getting me interested. We're lively here. We're a community. Like we're actually building something together. And so even if like one person out of every 10, like maybe if 100 people show up, and then maybe like 5 people stick, like maybe even only one person out of those trolls ends up being a genuine viewer or chatter. Even people who are slightly ignorant, I would rather have somebody who's ignorant or even potentially hateful that's willing to discuss things and listen and maybe like kind of get a softer place. People who are just closed-minded, they're just gonna get muted. Like they're just gonna be ignored. Because there's no convincing them. Maybe they'll come around someday, but I'm not going to put energy into it. The people who actually get to be seen in my chat, the people who I don't mute, the people who are in the chat that I'm reading on my second monitor, you guys matter. And we're getting more and more and more of that. I'm seeing my live stream, my vertical format stream, getting like 1,000 to like 2,000 views with like at least 5 concurrent viewers, sometimes 30 concurrent viewers. So we're doing good here. The vertical live stream is where it's at. Your comments never get read. Phone only dab. You just got read. Okay, like I literally just read your comment. Hi OG, your comments don't get read. I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Yeah. Boo, boo, boo. I was saying boo earns. You guys, you don't understand what's going on sometimes. You know why I don't wear makeup? You know why I don't really try to look good on stream? Is because if I did that, you guys would expect that. Do you guys have any idea how well I clean up? This is me without makeup. This is me without paying attention to my lighting and my angles. When I actually have professional work, you guys are gonna see the difference. I'm a fucking gorgeous motherfucking bitch. Okay, you have no idea. I'm gonna make it really big, or at least I'm gonna make it in whatever way I can. Either way, I'm already literally getting entry-level work as a model. I start this week as a model for a college art class. It's going to pay me some money, but more importantly, it's going to pay me an experience and community, like being a part, giving back to the community and building resume skills, like building real skills as a model, getting actual work. Like, this is good. This is good. And eventually I'm going to find the right places and the right environments, meet the right people, hire some professional photographers to actually get my Instagram properly situated. My Instagram is absolutely garbage right now. And I know this. I'm not confused. I'm not like making excuses. I'm just trying to tell you I am deliberately not focused on certain elements of my career right now. So me getting my modeling career started and my acting career started, we're waiting for a few housing details to shift because I need to get out of this living situation. It's tearing me down. You're going to be a model in a paint class. Hell yeah. I mean, it's entry level, no experience required, but you got to start somewhere, right? There's no such thing as a small gig, only small people. Okay? Wholesome Zalid Zister? What? Are you Zhizhering? I'm not a Zhizher, I'm a she-her. W wholesome inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna give you your wholesome inspiration for the day. Okay. Yeah, this little heart thing is staring into your soul, isn't it? Unit 12? What the fuck is even that? What the hell is even that? What's Unit 12? No experience needed, just res farmers. Yeah, well it's like I'm helping people learn the human anatomy for their drawing. It's an art class, and I'm gonna be helping people learn how to draw. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just giving up, you know? So many people, and I'm telling you, that motherfucker right there is not real. I'm telling you, you matter. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. Okay, I know that you might think it's hard because, like, especially if you're a male, men are actually some of the most vulnerable people to loneliness and depression right now. Because men are ignored, men's emotions, quote unquote, don't matter. Men are seen as privileged, and that's, you know, sometimes that's true, and it is true in some ways. But you can't just flip it around and then just start harming men. Like, I care about men. I have men in my life, and it's just like men are distraught and hopeless because they think, oh, well, I can't even start an OnlyFans. All these hot girls are starting OnlyFans. Well, it takes a specific type of mindset and a specific type of person, female or male, to actually have what it takes to be an OnlyFans model. That's probably not for you. If you weren't already doing it, it's not going to make you money. Like, if you're not the type of person who can do OnlyFans, because that's not who you are. You're not a sexualized, like, model. You're not that kind of person. It would have never worked for you anyway, even if men were sexualized that way more often. Men are sexualized, and men do make money in the porn industry. It's just harder. Luckily, I'm not a man. And also, I'm a post-op trans woman. I kind of fill a niche. Although, to be fair, after getting my surgery, I think I actually made myself slightly less employable, but we don't care about that. Because most people looking for trans women are looking for dick girls. Okay, like, but just because I'm post-op doesn't mean my career's over. Okay, it just means I have to do my own thing. You know, I got a vajayjay. Okay, and that means I got to do my part. Gotta do my part. Okay, no, so basically never goon. No, you should always be gooning. 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 Ciao. See you guys, chat. Bye bye. 07. I see some 07s in the chat. We're saying goodbye. Get some 07s. Come on. Come on. We gotta get some 07s in the chat. Come on. I need to see it. I need to see it. See some 07s. You will goon. Come on, chat. 07s. 07s. Never goon. Come on. We gotta get somebody with an 07. Bye, sister. We got a 33. We didn't get... Okay, there we go. D7 gave the 07. Makes sense. Later, chat.